Good morning at 4:37 in Farm News. Tuesday in Washington, D.C., senators in the Ag Committee debated the impacts of the EPA's proposed Waters of the U.S. or WOTUS ruling and what that could have on agriculture. Our Washington correspondent Nick Starling has the story.
The Senate Agriculture Committee debated the merits of this WOTUS rule, allowing more EPA oversight on the nation's ponds, ditches, and floodplains.
If you want to protect clean water, it is time to listen.
Senator Pat Roberts from Kansas is not in favor of this law. He says this could be damaging to businesses and overregulating the ag sector. However, Senator Debbie Stabenow says this is a rule proposed because of the confusing Supreme Court cases in 2001 and 2006 to define WOTUS. She supports the rule.
I believe the appropriate changes will be made to ensure that our agricultural producers get the certainty they need and that they deserve.
Some senators, like Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, says one of the main problems is most people don't even know what WOTUS is or who has control over what, something she experienced on a plane trip at home.
Do you think EPA and the Corps have jurisdiction over that law? And that's the question. Do they have jurisdiction or don't they have jurisdiction?
But the majority of senators say the EPA needs to listen before making a final decision.
I think it's really important for us to have some faith and confidence in the wisdom of the people and the ag community throughout this country and put a lot more faith in them than we have been.
I reached out to the EPA, and they said in part, quote, based on both the extensive State of the Science report and a rigorous peer review process it received, the report makes it clear what happens in these streams and wetlands has a significant impact on the downstream water bodies, including our nation's largest waterways. The EPA says a final ruling should come sometime this spring.
Again, our Washington correspondent Nick Starling says WOTUS created to protect 60% of the nation's streams and waterways from pollution. There was another hearing at the same time in the House Ag Committee on GMO labeling. Panelists from the food and feed industries all agreed the logistics of making a one-size-fits-all national genetically modified label would be difficult at best. Supporters said voluntary labeling would protect farmers and manufacturers' ability to select ingredients and products they wanted to use or grow. But Chris Policinski, CEO of Land O'Lakes, says segregation at planting, marketing, transportation, and processors, distribution, storage, along with manufacturing of raw materials, shipping and handling at grocery stores would all be made much more difficult or even impossible. For the 53rd year, farmers and the sugar beet industry have put their heads together to grow a better crop with more sugar and make more money, both on the farm and in the farmer-owned factories. The International Sugar Beet Institute, an opportunity for farmers to check out the latest sugar beet equipment and technology, plus hear from the new executive director of the Red River Valley Sugar Beet Growers Association about issues facing the sugar industry.
What are the trade agreements and what kind of politics are involved that we're going to have to continue to monitor and continue to work on? We've been very active politically, and we need to continue that action because we need to maintain a least restrictive business environment. Improving the ability to export is also critical to us without having under the cost of production dumping going on within the country. So we're very interested in monitoring and maintaining, improving all of those conditions as we go forward so that we can return to a strong profitability level within the valley.
The Sugar Beet Institute continues today at the Fargo Dome. Admission is free, parking is $5. Another beet co-op trying to get started in the valley, Green Vision Group's Energy Beets. Potential energy beet producers found out at last week's grower meetings there is a big difference between growing sugar beets and energy beets.
So there is a difference between energy beets and sugar beets, mostly in its use. So sugar beets are bred, grown, processed to produce crystal sugar, which most consumers will pay a definite premium for. What we're looking for in an energy beet is an industrial sugar, something you really wouldn't want to eat. You could, but you wouldn't. So from start to finish, things are different. Looking at breeding for different traits, producing them in slightly different ways, and then the processing is considerably different because you're not looking for that white crystal sugar. You know, sugar is nature's energy source, and so there's a lot of ways in which we can biologically convert that sugar into useful chemicals and fuels. A lot of different things that we currently make using petroleum can be made out of sugar. sometimes more profitably, and in many cases more environmentally friendly.
The first energy beet crop, though, would not be grown until at least 2017. With commodity prices lower, especially corn down to below what it costs to grow it, members of value-added co-ops like Golden Growers were reminded at their annual meeting that years like this is the reason they started the Pro Gold plant in the first place.
It's frustrating when you've seen corn drop from the highs that they were in, and we had some very profitable years in corn production. And now they're down, and things have gotten squeezed quite a bit for farmers. And so along with that, we've had some reductions in fuel prices with the drop in oil, and that's been a welcome relief to our farmers. On the other hand, we know that the drop in fuel prices it also has an impact on corn milling in terms of dry milling for ethanol, and that we pay a lot of attention to. We want to see all corn milling plants fully utilized. That's good for us and for our plant. And the other thing is when corn prices are low, that's why members originally invested in this plant, because they knew they wanted to access a little bit more revenue from the processing. And they still do that as a member of Golden Growers. They get revenue from the cooperative because of the fact that they own that plant.
The Pro Gold plant is being leased to and operated by Cargill. There is 3 years left on that 10-year lease. 4:43, taking a break, coming back and checking the weather for farming. Not yet in the valley, though.